5,000 Ielts words and their definitions. Part 2.
Academic,
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 academic, of or pertaining to an academy, college, or university.
academic,
Academic, of or pertaining to an academy, college, or university.
academician,
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 academician, a member of an academy of literature, art, or science.
academician,
Academician, a member of an academy of literature, art, or science.
academy,
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 academy, any institution where the higher branches of learning are taught.
academy,
Academy, any institution where the higher branches of learning are taught.
exceed,
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 exceed, to agree.
exceed,
Exceed, to agree.
accelerate,
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 accelerate, to move faster.
accelerate,
Accelerate, to move faster.
accept,
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 accept, to take when offered.
accept,
Accept, to take when offered.
access,
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 access, a way of approach or entrance, passage.
access,
Access, a way of approach or entrance, passage.
accessible,
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 accessible, approachable, approachable, approachable.
accession,
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 accession, induction or elevation as to dignity, office, or government.
accession,
Accession, induction or elevation as to dignity, office, or government.
accessory,
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 accessory, a person or thing that aids the principal agent.
accessory,
Accessory, a person or thing that aids the principal agent.
acclaim,
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 acclaim, to utter with a shout.
acclaim,
Acclaim, to utter with a shout.
accommodate,
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 accommodate, to furnish something as a kindness or favor.
accommodate,
Accommodate, to furnish something as a kindness or favor.
accompaniment,
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 accompaniment, a subordinate part of parts, enriching or supporting the leading part.
accompaniment,
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 accompaniment, a subordinate part or parts, enriching or supporting the leading part.
accompanist,
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 accompanist, one who or that which accompanies.
accompanist,
Accompanist, one who or that which accompanies.
accompany,
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 accompany, to go with or be associated with as a companion.
accompany,
Accompany, to go with or be associated with as a companion.
accomplice,
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 accomplice, an associate in wrongdoing.
accomplice,
Accomplice, an associate in wrongdoing, an associate in wrongdoing.
accomplish,
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 accomplish, to bring to pass.
accomplish,
Accomplish, to bring to pass.
accordion,
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 accordion, a portable free-reed musical instrument.
accordion,
Accordion, a portable free-reed musical instrument.
accost,
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 accost, to speak to.
accost,
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 accost, to speak to.
account,
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 account, a record or statement of receipts and expenditures or of business transactions.
account,
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 account, A record or statement of receipts and expenditures or of business transactions.
Accouter.
Accutor,
Accouter.
accutor,
Accouter.
accutor. To dress.
Accredit.
Accredit,
Accredit.
accredit. To give credit or authority to.
Accumulate.
Accumulate,
Accumulate.
accumulate. To become greater in quantity or number.
Accumulate.
Accumulate,
Accumulate.
accumulate. To become greater in quantity or number.
Accuracy.
Accuracy,
Accuracy.
accuracy. Exactness,
Accuracy.
accuracy. Exactness.
Accurate. Accurate. Accurate.
Accurate,
Accurate.
accurate. Conforming exactly to truth or to a standard.
Accurate.
Accurate. Conforming exactly to truth or to a standard.
Accursed.
Accursed,
Accursed.
accursed. Doomed to evil, misery, or misfortune.
Accursed.
Accursed. Doomed to evil, misery, or misfortune.
Accusation.
Accusation,
Accusation.
accusation. A charge of crime, misdemeanor, or error.
Accusation.
Accusation. A charge of crime, misdemeanor, or error.
Accusatory.
Accusatory,
Accusatory.
accusatory. Of pertaining to or involving an accusation.
Accusatory.
Accusatory. Of pertaining to or involving an accusation.
Accuse.
Accuse,
Accuse.
accuse. To charge with wrongdoing, misconduct, or error.
Accuse.
Accuse. To charge with wrongdoing, misconduct, or error.
Accustom.
Accustom,
Accustom.
accustom. To make familiar by use.
Accustom.
Accustom. To make familiar by use.
Acerbity.
Acerbity,
Acerbity.
acerbity,
Acerbity.
acerbity. Soreness with bitterness and astringency.
Acerbity.
Acerbity. Soreness with bitterness and astringency.
Acetate.
Acetate,
Acetate.
acetate. A salt of acetate acid.
Acetic.
Acetic,
Acetic.
acidic,
Acetic.
acidic. Of pertaining to or of the nature of vinegar.
Acetic.
Acidic. Of pertaining to or of the nature of vinegar.
Ache.
Ache,
Ache.
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 To be in pain or distress.
Ache.
Ache. To be in pain or distress.
Achilline.
Achillian,
Achilline.
Achillian. Invulnerable.
Achilline.
Achillian. Invulnerable.
Achromatic.
Achromatic,
Achromatic.
achromatic, achromatic. Colorless, colorless.
Acid.
Acid,
Acid.
acid. A sour substance, a sour substance.
Acidify.
Acidify,
Acidify.
acidify. To change into acid.
Acidify.
Acidify. To change into acid.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge,
Acknowledge.
acknowledge. To recognize, to admit the genuineness or validity of.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge. To recognize, to admit the genuineness or validity of.
Acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement,
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgement. Recognition, recognition.
Acme.
Acme,
Acme.
acme. The highest point or summit.
Acoustic.
Acoustic,
Acoustic.
acoustic. Pertaining to the actor or sense of hearing.
Acoustic.
Acoustic. Pertaining to the act or sense of hearing.
Acquaint.
Acquaint,
Acquaint.
acquaint. To make familiar or conversant.
Acquaint.
Acquaint. To make familiar or conversant.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance,
Acquaintance.
acquaintance. Release or discharge from indebtedness, obligation, or responsibility.
Acquaintance.
acquaintance,
Acquaintance.
acquaintance, release or discharge from indebtedness, obligation, or responsibility.
Acquiesce.
Acquiesce,
Acquiesce.
acquiesce,
Acquiesce.
acquiesce,
Acquiesce.
acquiesce, to comply, to submit, to comply, to submit.
Acquiescence.
Acquiescence,
Acquiescence.
acquiescence, passive consent.
Acquire.
Acquire,
Acquire.
acquire, to get as one's own.
Acquire.
Acquire, to get as one's own.
Acquisition.
Acquisition,
Acquisition.
acquisition, anything gained or made one's own, usually by effort or labor.
Acquisition.
Acquisition, anything gained or made one's own, usually by effort or labor.
Acquit.
Acquit,
Acquit.
acquit,
Acquit.
acquit, to free or clear as from accusation.
Acquit.
Acquit, to free or clear as from accusation.
Acquittal.
Acquittal,
Acquittal.
acquittal, a discharge from accusation by judicial action.
Acquittal.
Acquittal,
Acquittal.
acquittal, a discharge from accusation by judicial action.
Acreage.
Acreage,
Acreage.
acreage, quantity or extent of land, especially of cultivated land.
Acreage.
Acreage, quantity or extent of land, especially of cultivated land.
Acrid.
Acrid,
Acrid.
acrid, harshly pungent or bitter.
Acrid.
Acrid, harshly pungent or bitter.
Acrimonious.
Acrimonious,
Acrimonious.
acrimonious, full of bitterness.
Acrimony.
Acrimony,
Acrimony.
acrimony, sharpness or bitterness of speech or temper.
Acrimony.
Acrimony, sharpness or bitterness of speech or temper.
Actionable.
Actionable,
Actionable.
actionable, affording cause for instituting an action as trespass, slanderous words.
Actionable.
Actionable, affording cause for instituting an action as trespass, slanderous words.
Actuality.
Actuality,
Actuality.
actuality, in reality.
Actuary.
Actuary,
Actuary.
actuary, an official as of an insurance company who calculates and states the risks and premiums.
Actuary.
Actuary, an official as of an insurance company who calculates and states the risks and premiums.
Actuate.
Actuate,
Actuate.
actuate, to move or incite to action.
Actuate.
Actuate, to move or incite to action.
Acumen.
Acumen,
Acumen.
acumen, quickness of intellectual insight or discernment, keenness of discrimination.
Acumen.
Acumen, quickness of intellectual insight or discernment, keenness of discrimination.
Acute.
Acute,
Acute.
acute, having fine and penetrating discernment.
Acute.
Acute, having fine and penetrating discernment.
Adamant.
Adamant,
Adamant.
adamant, any substance of exceeding hardness or impenetrability.
Adamant.
Adamant,
Adamant.
adamant, any substance of exceeding hardness or impenetrability. Impenetrability.
Addendum.
Addendum,
Addendum.
addendum, something added or to be added.
Addendum.
Addendum, something added or to be added.
Addle.
Addle,
Addle.
addle, to make inefficient or worthless muddle.
Adduce.
Adduce,
Adduce.
adduce, to bring forward or name for consideration.
Adduce.
Adduce, to bring forward or name for consideration, consideration,
adhere,
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 adhere, to stick fast or together,
adhere,
adhere, to stick fast or together,
adherence,
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 adherence, attachment,
adherent,
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 adherent, clinging or sticking fast,
adhesion,
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 adhesion, the state of being attached or joined,
adieu,
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 adieu, goodbye, farewell, goodbye, farewell,
adjacency,
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 adjacency, the state of being adjacent,
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 adjacent, that which is near or bordering upon,
adjudge,
adjudge, to award or bestow by formal decision,
adjunct,
adjunct, something joined to or connected with another thing but holding a subordinate place,
adjuration,
adjuration, a vehement appeal,
adjutant,
adjutant, auxiliary,
administrator,
administrator, one who manages affairs of any kind,
admissible,
admissible, having the right or privilege of entry,
admittance,
admittance, entrance, or the right or permission to enter,
admonish,
admonish, to warn of a fault,
admonition,
admonition, gentle reproof, gentle reproof,
adieu,
adieu, unnecessary activity or ceremony,
adoration,
adoration, profound devotion,
adroit,
adroit, having skill in the use of the bodily or mental powers,
adulterant,
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 adulterant, an adulterating substance,
adulterate,
adulterate, to make impure by the admixture of other or baser ingredients,
adumbrate,
adumbrate, to represent beforehand in outline or by emblem,
advent,
advent, the coming or arrival as of any important change, event, state, or personage,
adverse,
adverse, opposing or opposed,
adversity,
adversity, misfortune,
advert,
advert, to refer incidentally,
advertiser,
advertiser, one who advertises especially in newspapers,
advisory,
advisory, not mandatory,
advocacy,
advocacy, the act of pleading a cause,
advocate,
advocate, one who pleads the cause of another as in a legal or ecclesiastical court,
aerial,
aerial, all pertaining to or like the air,
aeronaut,
aeronaut, one who navigates the air, a balloonist,
aeronautics,
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 aeronautics, the art or practice of flying aircraft,
aerostat,
aerostat, a balloon or other apparatus floating or sustained by the air,
aerostatics,
aerostatics, the branch of pneumatics that treats of the equilibrium, pressure, and mechanical properties,
affable,
affable, easy to approach,
affable,
affable, easy to approach,
affect,
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 affect, to act upon,
affectation,
affectation, a studied or ostentatious pretense or attempt,
affiliate,
affiliate, some auxiliary person or thing,
affirmative,
affirmative, answering yes to a question at issue,
affix,
affix, to fasten,
affix,
affix, to fasten,
affluence,
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 affluence, a profuse or abundant supply of riches,
affront,
affront, an open insult or indignity,
afire,
a fire, on fire, literally or figuratively,
afoot,
afoot, in progress,
Aforesaid.
Aforesaid, said in a preceding part or before.
Aforesaid.
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 Aforesaid, said in a preceding part or before.
Afresh.
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 Afresh, once more, after rest or interval.
Afterthought.
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 Afterthought, a thought that comes later than its appropriate or expected time.
Agglomerate.
Agglomerate, to pile or heap together.
Aggrandize.
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 Aggrandize, to cause to appear greatly.
Aggravate.
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 Aggravate, to make heavier, worse, or more burdensome.
Aggravation.
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 Aggravation, the fact of being made heavier or more heinous as a crime, offense, misfortune, etc.
Aggregate.
Aggregate, the entire number, sum, mass, or quantity of something.
Aggregate.
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 Aggregate, the entire number, sum, mass, or quantity of something.
Aggress.
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 Aggress, to make the first attack.
Aggression.
Aggression, an improved attack.
Aggression.
Aggression, an unprovoked attack.
Aggression.
Aggression, an unprovoked attack.
Aggrieve.
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 Aggrieve, to give grief or sorrow to.
Aggrieve.
Aggrave, to give grief, or sorrow to.
Aghast.
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 Aghast, struck with terror and amazement.
Agile.
Agile, able to move or act quickly, physically or mentally.
Agitate.
Agitate, to move or excite the feelings or thoughts.
Agrarian.
Agrarian, pertaining to land, especially agricultural land.
Aide de camp.
Aide de camp.
Aide de camp.
Aide de camp, an official who receives and transmits the orders of the general.
Ailment.
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 Ailment, slight sickness.
Airy.
Airy, delicate, ethereal.
Airy.
Airy, delicate, ethereal.
Akin.
Akin, of similar nature or qualities.
Alabaster.
Alabaster, a white or delicately tinned, fine-grained gypsum.
Alacrity.
Alacrity, cheerful willings.
Albeit.
Albeit, even though.
Albeit.
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 Albeit, even though.
Albino.
Albino, a person with milky white skin and hair and eyes with bright red pupil and usually pink iris.
Album.
Album, a book whose leaves are so made to form paper frames for holding photographs or the like.
Alchemy.
Alchemy, chemistry of the Middle Ages characterized by the pursuit of changing base metals to gold.
Alcohol.
Alcohol, a volatile, inflammable, colorless liquid of a penetrating odor and burning taste.
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism, a condition resulting from the inordinate or persistent use of alcoholic beverages.
Alcove.
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 Alcove, a covered recess connected with or at the side of a large room.
Alder.
Elder, any sharp or small tree of the genus alumnis of the oak family.
Alderman.
Alderman, a member of a municipal legislative body who usually exercises also certain judicial functions.
Aldermanship.
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 Aldermanship, the dignity, condition, office, or term of office of an alderman.